Martin, drop points at home today, really disappointing. Would you make of that?
I'm really disappointed today. Normally my glass is half full, if not full, at all times. But really disappointed today. I didn't get a good feeling. Half time, I thought, full second half to go. And I suppose one of the things with the manager, you can see on one hand he's not got much on the bench, so therefore his ability to change things is restricted. But we haven't seen him make many tactical changes at all. So at half time, I thought, yep, we'll see what the second half brings. McCarthy didn't come out in the second half, so that was one forced change. But the second half, I thought, well, probably worse than we had been the first half. That shouldn't be happening at home against, no disrespect to Dundee United, traditionally a good team, but they've come up from a lower league, and we should be taking goals off them at home. We should be dominating the game. We should be creating a lot of chances. Whilst I had 20 shots or 21 shots today, there was very few clear-cut chances. Really disappointed. I didn't feel, it went to about 60 minutes and I thought, we're not scoring today. I just did not. You normally get a feeling, and 9 times out of 10 you're right, and today I would have been as well leaving at 60 minutes. I thought we could have played for another half an hour and still not scored.
Yeah, very similar to last week in that sense. You talked about the shots we've had at goal today. Ayeti up front. I watched him for a spell of 3 or 4 minutes today, and I could not believe the lack of movement from him, and that really hurts us trying to build attacks.
The biggest disappointment of that team, sadly, is Ayeti. When he first came to the club, he was good. His minute to goal ratio was sensational. He can't play up front on his own. I'm 100% convinced of that. And what's the manager's other options? He'll tell you what else has he got to play up front. He's forced to play Ayeti, but him on his own's not working. What we're finding now is we've got 2 wingers who can't play as wingers. They can't go out and hug that byline. They have to come in because there's nothing happening in the middle. They're putting in crosses and it's a waste. So they're having to come in now in the middle. The park's becoming congested. Ayeti is an absolute disaster in that team. He's not the answer, and it's getting worse and worse. He's so immobile, it's incredible.
It is incredible. It really hurt us today. Midfield, and the second half of midfield, I thought were far too slow. Even when Turnbull and Vogic were on the ball, they just looked like they'd lost their legs. And again, we've got nothing in there to change it.
What that team lacks the most today was leaders. There's not enough leaders in the park. You've got a leader in the goalkeeper, that's why he's wearing the captain's armband. But in that centre of the park, out wide up front, there's not enough leaders. Rogic huffed and puffed, tried his best. There was lots of energy from him. He worked harder than he has done for a long time. Turnbull drifted in and out the game. You could see that most of the players, I thought, Abada drifted in and out. I thought the star man for us today, and he was the star man during the week, was Jota, but he can't do it on his own. He must be starting to get frustrated out there, saying, there's nobody around about me. I've not got a striker. I've got nobody behind me in the midfield. Rogic, when he does step up, he tends to be doing it on his own as well, because Turnbull and Sora was terrible again today as well. I mean, he's going backwards at a rapid rate, isn't he? We had high hopes for him, but not so much now. He's looking like he doesn't fit in that team.
I thought Dundee United, to their credit, did play well today. I thought really aggressive without the ball and forced us into errors. We were really slacking the ball, particularly in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to give some credit. It's the old argument in the pub as to one team were good or the other team were bad. I think it's a combination of both today. We were bad. So you look at that team and you think, just average players. And I know we can feel sorry for ourselves. We've got at least 6 first-team players missing, 6 starting 11 missing. And that's the only bit that gives you some solace. But United did play well. Their star man, Mark McNulty, a pal of mine, he was missing today. He was gutted because he's
Mulgrew's out as well.
Mulgrew as well. I'm Mulgrew McNulty a Celtic man, so he'd have loved the opportunity to play today. But I went in that game not fearing Dundee United. Hibs took them apart during the week, didn't they? And then you're thinking they'd be rubbing their wounds a wee bit, but they came and they played with confidence. And at the end, they weren't afraid to push up. I mean, they hit us on the break at the end, and there was 3 or 4, and you're thinking, great chance for them here. Then we had the chance. 2 or 3 of them were lying on the deck. We had the chance to counter, and the players were running like I would run. It was embarrassing. I'm thinking, what are you doing during the week, guys? You should be running up in numbers. And you looked at the top half of the pitch, and I think there was 3 of them, and there was about another 6 kind of, breathing heavily. It was embarrassing. So that team's nowhere near good enough to win the league, and we need the half the team that are out injured tonight to get back in. But then there's more injuries again today. 2 more injuries today to players that probably would be in the starting 11. So. The saga continues. It's worrying times when we've got 2 tough games coming up this week.
That's the last one for today. Leverkusen here on Thursday. The state the squad's in just now, European football is almost a write-off this season, isn't it?
It is a write-off, and it's one of those groups where you think everybody could take points off each other as well. It's a really tasty group, but for us to have any chance, we have to take points off somebody, and you have to try and win your home games. It's the hardest home game out of 3. But you don't go into that with any confidence just now, unless we can get some of the players back. I think maybe our captain's back, maybe. I don't know who else is potentially fit, but we really miss leaders, as I said earlier. We miss not just our captain, but other leaders on the pitch. And for all those who said that Scott Brown was finished, on a day like today where you had to really dig deep and you had to encourage the guys that are around about you, you miss players like that massively.